Have you ever felt like the more you try to control your day, the more it slips through your fingers? You plan ahead, you double-check your schedule, you try to manage every little variable, and still, someone cancels, something breaks, a comment throws you off, and suddenly you're overwhelmed, angry, off balance. It's like the universe is mocking your effort. And if you're honest, you're tired of it. But what if I told you, maybe control isn't the problem? Maybe where you're placing your control is. You see, most people spend their lives trying to fix the outside, circumstances, people, outcomes, hoping that if they just push harder, schedule tighter, or speak louder, they'll find peace. But it never comes, does it? Because the truth is this: peace doesn't come from controlling everything around you. It comes from mastering the only thing you ever truly owned, your mind. In this video, I'm going to share with you 11 powerful lessons drawn from the ancient Stoics. Not to make you calmer in theory, but in reality. You'll learn how to stay grounded when chaos hits, how to respond with clarity when others lose their heads, and how to carry peace with you, even when the world is on fire. But before we dive in, I want to tell you a story, not to impress you, but to show you that what you're about to learn has been tested in the darkest conditions imaginable and proven to work. Viktor Frankl was a psychiatrist in Austria when World War II broke out. He was taken to a Nazi concentration camp. Within weeks, he lost his freedom, his dignity, even his family. He was starved, tortured, treated like an animal. And yet, he survived. Not because he was stronger, not because he had a plan, but because he refused to let his captors take one thing from him: his response. He later wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one last freedom, the ability to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." And that single belief, that power over one's own mindset, kept him from breaking when everything else was taken. This isn't philosophy from a mountaintop. This is philosophy from the edge of death. Frankl didn't win the war. He didn't escape the suffering, but he didn't let it define him either. He used the only power he had left, the power to think clearly, to choose courage, and to act with dignity in the face of madness. That is Stoicism in action. And let me ask you, what are you facing right now? Is it burnout, a toxic relationship, a boss who micromanages? Maybe just the constant drip of digital noise, expectations, bills, and shoulds that never stop? You don't need to be in a prison camp to feel trapped. Sometimes our lives feel chaotic even on the surface, because inside our minds are at war. But imagine this. What if you could walk through the exact same stress, but with a mind that doesn't flinch? What if instead of reacting to every little thing, you learn to pause, observe, and respond from a place of strength? Because here's the thing no one tells you. Success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from thinking better. And thinking better only happens when your mind is calm. This isn't about ignoring problems. It's about confronting them with stillness. It's about learning to rule yourself, so the world doesn't rule you. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 11 timeless practices to do exactly that. They've been used by emperors, prisoners, athletes, and ordinary people who wanted to become unshakable. Not because life was easy, but because they trained their minds to stay ready when life wasn't. And if you stick with me till the end, I'll show you something simple, something you can start today, that will reset your nervous system and change how you deal with pressure forever. So if you've ever said, "I just want to feel more in control," this is where it begins. Not with the outside world, but with how you meet it. Let's get started. Number 1. Why calm people always win. You're sitting in a Zoom meeting when your boss suddenly calls you out, publicly and unfairly. It wasn't your mistake, you know that, but everyone's eyes are on you. Your chest tightens, your palms sweat, every cell in your body is screaming for a reaction. Say something, defend yourself, fire back. But in that moment you realize, this is not a test of knowledge or even competence. This is a test of control. And if you pass it, you don't just avoid an argument. You walk away with something far more valuable: respect. Because in situations like that, the calmest person always looks like the one in charge. Most people live their lives reacting to everything. Someone cuts them off in traffic, they yell. A coworker interrupts them, they snap. Their child spills orange juice on their laptop, and it's like the end of the world. It's not that these situations are massive. It's that the response is. We've been conditioned to believe that reacting fast, speaking loud, or asserting dominance is how you show strength. But that's not power. That's reactivity disguised as confidence. Real power, the kind that leads to success in business, in relationships, in life, looks very different. It's quiet, measured, steady. It's the ability to keep your mind steady when things around you spin out of control. Let's break it down. There are two kinds of responses to pressure. The impulsive reaction. You let the heat of the moment guide your actions. Words spill out. Tone escalates. You defend, accuse, or retaliate without thinking. It feels satisfying for a second until the damage is done. The intentional response. You pause. You breathe. You ground yourself before speaking. You ask a clarifying question instead of throwing accusations. You stay composed, and because of that, you gain leverage. Guess which one wins every time? This isn't just philosophy, it's biology. When you feel threatened, the emotional center of your brain, the amygdala, kicks in. It's the same system that prepares you to run from a bear. But you're not facing a bear. You're facing a deadline, or a rude comment, or a difficult conversation. What you need in those moments isn't a fight or flight response. You need your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that thinks rationally, evaluates consequences, and makes strategic decisions. Here's the catch. That part only turns on when you're calm. So the ability to pause, even for a second, isn't weakness. It's tactical. You're literally giving your brain time to switch from emotion to reason. And in high-stakes moments, that's the edge that separates the successful from the chaotic. Imagine you're a parent. You've had a long day. You walk into the kitchen and find your child has drawn with permanent marker on the white cabinets. Option 1, you yell. You punish. You feel guilty afterward. Option 2, you pause. You remind yourself, they're learning, not malicious. You respond firmly, but calmly. You teach, and they actually listen. What's the difference between those two outcomes? A few seconds of calm. Now here's the part most people miss. Calm isn't something you turn on when life gets hard. It's something you practice when life is ordinary. It's a muscle. If you don't train it every day, you won't be able to lift it when the pressure hits. So how do you train it? When someone cuts you off in traffic and you want to flip out, don't. Just notice it. Let it pass. When your coffee order is wrong, pause, smile, adjust. When your inbox is flooded and your head starts to race, breathe. Then act. The more you do it in the small moments, the more automatic it becomes in the big ones. Because here's the truth. Anyone can stay calm in a quiet room. But the person who can stay calm in chaos, they're the ones who win. They lead better. They think clearer. They act smarter. And while the world is busy reacting, they're choosing their response and shaping their outcome. So next time life presses your buttons, don't just react. Pause. Breathe. Take back the power, one calm decision at a time. Number 2. Can you really control everything? It starts with a plan. You wake up early, feeling on top of your day. The coffee's strong, the calendar is set, and you're determined to crush every item on your to-do list. You've got meetings, deadlines, and a dinner reservation you've been looking forward to all week. Then reality kicks in. Your manager drops a surprise task on your lap that derails your morning. Traffic grinds to a standstill on your way to that important appointment. And to top it off, your friend cancels dinner via text. Now your perfect day is anything but. And here's the twist. It's not just the events themselves that throw you off. It's the sinking feeling that you're losing control. That's what really eats at us, not just what happened, but the fact that it wasn't supposed to happen that way. We don't just try to manage our own actions. We subconsciously try to control everything around us. How people treat us, what they say, how they respond, even what they think of us. And when they don't play along with the version of reality we imagined, frustration sets in. But ask yourself honestly, have you ever truly been in control of everything? Think about the last time you were waiting for someone to reply to an important email. You checked your inbox 10 times an hour. You replayed the last conversation. You overanalyzed their silence. But none of that made them reply faster, did it? The more you tried to control it, the more powerless you felt. This is a pattern most of us live with daily, and it's exhausting. Here's what most people don't realize. There's a line, invisible but powerful, between what's yours to manage and what's simply not. Your thoughts, your words, your decisions, yours. Other people's moods, actions, timing, never were. When you try to micromanage what's outside that line, you end up with anxiety, disappointment, and even resentment. The goal isn't to give up, it's to get clear. Clear about where your influence ends and where acceptance begins. There's an old idea that's been passed down for centuries. We suffer not because life is difficult, but because we expect it to always follow our plans. And that's the trap. Because success doesn't come from controlling everything. It comes from knowing what to let go of and staying calm when life breaks the script. Let's make it real. You've probably had this happen. You're prepping dinner after a long day. You're tired. You just want things to run smoothly. Then your kid knocks over a full glass of juice across the table. In that split second, your brain screams, "Why now?" But here's the truth. The juice was always going to spill eventually. That's just what kids do. You couldn't stop that. What you can control is what happens next. Your tone, your reaction, your energy. And if you stay calm, if you pause, breathe, and respond instead of react, you win. Not just the moment, the lesson. There's even science behind this. Studies show that people who accept uncertainty rather than resist it experience lower stress and higher mental clarity. When you stop clenching your fists around everything, your brain performs better. You make smarter decisions. You lead with presence instead of pressure. Here's a simple practice you can start today. Draw 2 columns on paper. Column 1, things I can control. Column 2, things I can't. Every time something frustrates you, ask, which column does this belong to? Then act only on the first one and let go of the second. It's not giving up, it's growing up. Because people who stay calm in chaos aren't lucky. They've simply trained themselves to stop wasting energy on the wrong things. You can't control the traffic. You can't control your boss's mood. You can't control whether someone shows up on time, but you can control how you carry yourself through it all. And that, more than any plan, any schedule, any routine, is what determines whether you stay stuck or move forward. So ask yourself this: what are you still trying to control that was never yours to begin with? Let it go and take back your calm. Number 3, be grateful before you complain. Picture this. It's early, the sun hasn't even fully risen, and already your mind is on edge. The traffic will be a nightmare. Your inbox is likely overflowing, and you still haven't recovered from yesterday's stress. Before you've taken your first sip of coffee, you're already in survival mode. That quiet little voice in your head, the one that could have started your day with calm, gets drowned out by the noise of irritation, comparison, and quiet discontent. This kind of start isn't rare. In fact, it's almost the norm. And it's dangerous, not because it ruins your mood, but because it sabotages your ability to think clearly, to respond instead of react, and to stay grounded when the day throws unexpected chaos your way. I remember talking to a guy named Steve, a mid-level manager in his early 40s. We met through a mutual friend at a leadership seminar. Over lunch, he told me how he used to dread waking up. Not because his life was falling apart, but because every morning felt like another battle he hadn't signed up for. He had a good job, a family, a decent income, but all he could focus on were the things that annoyed him. The constant meetings, the coworker who never pulled his weight, the way his boss never said thank you. Then something shifted. After one particularly stressful week, Steve's wife handed him a small notebook and said, "Write down 3 things you're grateful for each night. Just 3. Try it for 10 days. He laughed it off at first, but he tried it anyway. At first, it felt forced. "I'm grateful the copier didn't jam today," he joked. "I'm grateful for not running out of gas." But then something changed. He started noticing details he'd been blind to. The way his daughter smiled when he walked in the door, the quiet moments between meetings, the simple pleasure of a hot shower after a long day. That shift didn't just make him happier. It made him calmer. He wasn't snapping at coworkers as often. He started listening more. He told me, "It's like I stopped letting my stress control the room." And that's the point. Gratitude doesn't just feel nice. It recalibrates your internal system. It grounds you. It helps you hold your center when everything around you feels tilted. You see, the brain is a pattern seeker. If you constantly feed it complaints, it will get really good at finding more things to complain about. But if you train it to notice what's going right, even in the smallest ways, it starts to shift its focus. That's not just psychological fluff, it's neuroscience. When you consistently recognize things that are working, your brain responds by boosting dopamine and serotonin, the very chemicals that regulate calm thinking, patience, and your ability to solve problems under pressure. That's the same mental strength that leads to smarter decisions, better conversations, and ultimately, success that lasts. So how do you make this shift? Start small. Before you even reach for your phone in the morning, just sit up, take a breath, and say thank you out loud. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've got one more day to move forward, to try again, to get better. That moment alone can reset your tone for the day. At night, instead of scrolling through a screen until you fall asleep, take a moment to reflect. Write down 3 things that went right. Not big things, just real things. Maybe you didn't lose your cool in traffic today. Maybe lunch was better than expected. Maybe someone said something kind. When you do this regularly, your mind starts looking for these moments on its own, like tuning into a new frequency that was always there, just hidden under static. And when the urge to complain sneaks in, and it will, pause, breathe. Then ask yourself, is this worth the energy? Is there something here I can be thankful for instead? That split-second choice is powerful, because it's in that space where calm lives, and from calm, clarity is born. The truth is, the world rarely slows down for us, but we can slow down within it. And gratitude, that's one of the strongest tools we have to steady ourselves. So next time your day threatens to unravel, don't just reach for control, reach for appreciation. It might just be the calmest, smartest move you make. Number 4, think well and attract the best. 2 men lose their jobs on the same day. Same industry, same city, same bad economy. One spirals into panic, convinced the world is against him. The other? He takes a breath, reassesses, and builds something even better from the wreckage. The difference wasn't their resumes or connections, it was the conversation happening inside their heads. A few years ago, at a local networking breakfast in Austin, I met a guy named Darren. He had been running a chain of retail stores, decent income, solid reputation, nothing flashy. Then came the downturn. Within a month, revenue crashed, staff layoffs followed, creditors started calling, his marriage was on the rocks, and worst of all, he told me, my own mind became the loudest enemy in the room. Every morning, he'd wake up thinking, what disaster is waiting for me today? His heart would race before his feet even hit the floor. And unsurprisingly, his decisions mirrored that chaos, reactive, emotional, scattered. It wasn't just his business falling apart, it was his inner world that was truly collapsing. Until something changed. One morning, while scrolling mindlessly through his phone, he stumbled across a short clip from a leadership coach. It wasn't dramatic or poetic. It simply said, your thoughts are the soil from which everything grows, so choose what you plant. That line landed like a punch to the gut. He didn't suddenly become an optimist, but he made a quiet decision. Every morning before checking emails or looking at the news, he'd choose one idea to focus on, something rooted in resilience. Some days it was, today I respond, not react. Other days, progress, not perfection. The fascinating part? His circumstances didn't magically improve overnight. Bills still came in, the business didn't recover instantly, but his clarity did. His stress responses decreased. He stopped viewing setbacks as signs of failure and started seeing them as feedback. That shift in mindset didn't just help him stay calm, it helped him take better action. Eventually, he pivoted into consulting, helping other small business owners navigate crisis. The man who once felt like a prisoner of his own thoughts became a guide for others lost in theirs. Now ask yourself, what are you rehearsing in your mind each day? Because your internal script becomes the reality you live out. If your default setting is fear, you'll see risk in every opportunity. But if your thoughts are disciplined, hopeful, and focused, you'll spot chances others overlook. Here's something to practice. Start your morning with intention. Before reaching for your phone, speak a thought that sets your tone, something that makes you feel grounded. Maybe it's, I have faced worse and made it through. Or, what I control is how I show up today. Then be selective about your company. Spend time with people who challenge your thinking, not those who marinate in negativity. Energy is contagious, and you'll either rise with it or sink because of it. Finally, take 5 minutes a day to mentally walk through a situation where you know you tend to lose your cool. But instead of playing out your usual frustration, rehearse yourself handling it calmly, firmly, with poise. Visualize it enough, and your brain begins to believe it's possible. Because to the mind, rehearsal is almost as real as experience. Your thoughts are not harmless background noise. They're the architects of your behavior, the builders of your emotional tone, and the compass that guides every decision you make. So don't just think by default, think deliberately. Think better. Because when your thoughts are aligned, your actions become sharp, your presence becomes stable, and calm becomes your superpower. Number 5. Your attention defines your reality. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever had a day where everything seemed fine on the outside, but inside, your mind was spinning with anxiety? You couldn't focus, you snapped at people, and by the end of the day, you felt drained, for no clear reason. It probably wasn't the world around you. It was what you were choosing to focus on. That's something I learned from an old friend of mine, Chris. A few years ago, Chris was building a small business from the ground up. But things weren't going well. Clients were backing out, bills were piling up, and his personal life was on the rocks. I remember meeting him for coffee one day, and the guy looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. He kept checking his phone for bad news. Every notification made his jaw clench. He'd scroll through social media and see competitors thriving, influencers flaunting luxury, and friends getting promotions. By the time our coffee was done, he didn't say one thing that wasn't a complaint. What happened next changed everything. One evening he told me he was stuck in traffic, listening to a podcast out of boredom. The speaker said, "Your life doesn't get better by changing everything. It gets better by changing your focus." That line hit him like a brick. He realized his mind had become a sponge for negativity, and it was shaping his entire experience of life. So Chris did something radical. He went on what he called a mental detox. He deleted all social media apps, unsubscribed from fear-based news, and started each day by writing down one thing that deserved his full attention, something within his control. Some days it was a meeting he wanted to ace. Other days it was as simple as enjoying a walk without his phone. At first, nothing in his life actually changed. But inside, everything shifted. He became more composed, more creative. And a few months later, when the opportunity came to land a big client, he was finally in the mental space to handle it with clarity instead of stress. Here's what that taught me, and what it should teach all of us. Your focus isn't just something passive. It's a decision, and that decision defines how you experience reality. If you keep feeding your mind chaos, comparison, and doubt, don't be surprised when your days feel like a storm you can't escape. But if you redirect your attention, just slightly, toward what you can build, learn, or appreciate, you begin to feel steady. You stop reacting and start responding. Your mind, in many ways, is like a camera. The lens doesn't change the scene, but it determines what gets captured. If you zoom in on problems, they'll fill the entire frame. But if you widen the shot to include perspective, beauty, and opportunity, you'll realize those things were always there. You just weren't looking. So here's something you can do starting today. Be deliberate about what you give your attention to. Limit your exposure to people and content that drain you. Take breaks from the noise. Choose your mental inputs as carefully as you choose the food you eat. And when your thoughts begin spiraling, ask yourself, is this worth my energy, or am I feeding the wrong fire? In the end, it's not about pretending everything's fine. It's about protecting your inner state so you can face reality with strength, not fear. Because if calm is the goal, then attention is the gatekeeper. Train your attention, and you take the first step toward mastering your mind and your life. If you found this message helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights that help you stay calm, sharp, and in control, no matter what life throws your way. Number 6. If you don't rest, your mind shuts down. There's a quiet killer of calm and success that most people ignore. It's not stress itself, nor the number of tasks you have on your plate. It's the refusal to rest. We live in a culture that praises hustle, glorifies exhaustion, and treats burnout like a rite of passage. Somewhere along the way, we started measuring our worth by how busy we are, as if sleep were an obstacle and stillness a weakness. But here's the hard truth. If you don't make time to rest, your mind will eventually take rest without your permission and not on your terms. You may think you're being productive when you power through fatigue, but what you're really doing is trading clarity for confusion, focus for frustration. Mental exhaustion doesn't announce itself with flashing lights. It creeps in, subtle, silent, and dangerous. You start forgetting simple things. Your patience thins out. Your thoughts become scattered. You snap at the wrong people. Your creativity flatlines. And in the middle of trying to do more, you begin producing less of what actually matters. It's no coincidence that your best ideas don't come when you're buried in a to-do list. They come in the shower, on a walk, during moments of stillness when your brain finally has space to breathe. That's not laziness, that's nature at work. You're not a machine. Even machines need maintenance. Let me give you an image. Think of your brain like a windshield during a rainstorm. As the stress and responsibilities pour down, your wipers, your coping mechanisms keep you seeing clearly. But if the storm keeps coming and you don't pause to refill the wiper fluid or fix a broken blade, you'll eventually lose sight of the road completely. You may still be driving, but you're doing it blind. Rest, then, isn't just about sleep. It's about recovery. It's about knowing when to stop absorbing the noise, when to unplug from the constant stimulation, and when to give your inner world time to settle. Rest isn't passive, it's deeply active. It's a strategic retreat so you can return stronger, calmer, and more precise. Great leaders and thinkers throughout history didn't just work hard. They knew when to step away, reflect, and restore. That was their secret weapon, and it can be yours too. You don't need to escape your life. You just need to build rhythms that allow your mind to reset. That might mean setting boundaries on your schedule, creating sacred quiet time each evening, saying no to one more task when your body is begging you to breathe. Because when your mind is rested, your decisions are sharper. Your reactions are slower, in the best way. You respond instead of react. You think clearly instead of spiraling into chaos. And that's when calm becomes your greatest advantage. So take this as a reminder. Success isn't just forged in action, it's sustained in recovery. Number 7. Your mornings shape your destiny. There's a silent decision being made every morning, long before your first meeting, your first task, or even your first sip of coffee. And that decision is, who's in control today? You, or the chaos that's waiting to pull you in? Let's be honest, most people don't start the day with intention. They open their eyes and instantly reach for their phones. Within seconds, their minds are flooded with emails, texts, breaking news, and reminders of everything they're behind on. Before they've even left their bed, they're already stressed out, reactive, and overwhelmed. And here's the danger. That first 30 minutes doesn't just set the tone for your morning. It sets the direction of your entire day. Think of your morning like the rudder of a ship. If it's pointed just a few degrees off course, you might not notice it at first. But hours later, you're miles away from where you meant to be. Scattered, exhausted, constantly putting out fires. But if you set that rudder intentionally, calmly, clearly, deliberately, you sail through with direction, focus, and strength. We live in a culture that celebrates busy mornings, rushing, multitasking, squeezing in as much as possible. But high performance doesn't come from chaos. It comes from calm. And calm can't be rushed. Neurologically, the first part of the day is when your brain is most impressionable. Scientists call this the hypnopompic window, a brief moment when your subconscious is still highly active. That means what you expose yourself to during this time has a powerful influence on your mood, your focus, even your decisions for the rest of the day. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford, notes that stress hormones like cortisol spike naturally within 30 minutes after waking. If you combine that with external stress, news alerts, arguments, social media, you're doubling down on tension. But if you ease into your morning with intention, you train your brain to stay clear and composed under pressure. Now imagine your mind as a freshly raked garden. The first seeds you plant. whether negative, anxious, or empowering, will take root the fastest. If your first thought is worry, the whole garden grows wild. But if your first input is clarity, calm, or purpose, that becomes the mental framework for your entire day. This doesn't mean you need to have a 2-hour sunrise routine filled with meditation and smoothies. It means owning the first few moments. Just 5 or 10 minutes where you're not reacting, but choosing. Choosing what matters, choosing how you show up. So here's your simple challenge. Before you pick up your phone tomorrow, pick your mindset. Sit with your breath for a minute. Ask yourself one question. How do I want to feel at the end of this day? Then take one small action that leads you in that direction. Whether it's writing down a goal, sipping your coffee in silence, or stretching your body with awareness. Because the way you begin is often how you finish. If you want to walk into your day like a calm storm, grounded, steady, unshakable, it starts with how you rise. And if you want more lessons like this to stay centered and strong, don't forget to subscribe. This is just the beginning. Number 8. What you visualize, you build. Ever noticed how once something grabs your attention, you start seeing it everywhere? You're thinking about buying a black Jeep, and suddenly every third car on the road seems to be one. It's not that they weren't there before, your mind just hadn't been told to look for them. Now imagine if that same selective awareness could be used for your success. What if the life you want is already surrounding you in fragments, and you just haven't trained your eyes to see it yet? Here's the core idea. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine. Whatever patterns you repeatedly feed it, whether it's fear, failure, or progress, it builds your reality around that. This is where calmness becomes your secret weapon. Because when you're anxious, your brain is flooded with noise. But when you're calm, you can focus. And what you focus on consistently, you begin to create, thought by thought, decision by decision. Let's ground this with something ancient but powerful. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In other words, the inner world you paint in your mind is the palette your life will be drawn from. Science backs this up. Neuroscientists call it the reticular activating system, RAS, a network in your brainstem that acts like a filter. It decides what you notice and what you ignore. And the RAS doesn't respond to vague hopes. It locks onto whatever is vivid, repeated, and emotionally charged. That's why intentional visualization works. It sets the filter. So how do you put this into practice? First, start each day by visualizing a specific outcome. Don't just say, "I want to be confident today." Picture yourself walking into that meeting with your shoulders relaxed, voice steady, thoughts sharp. See the room, feel the energy, hear your own calm delivery. The more detailed the mental rehearsal, the more real it becomes. Second, design your environment to remind you of what you're building. Athletes do this instinctively. Their lockers are filled with trophies, quotes, and reminders of their goals. You can do the same. Change your phone wallpaper. Keep a sticky note on your mirror. Surround yourself with cues that bring your vision to the front of your mind. Third, take time at the end of each day to reflect. Did your actions today match what you visualized this morning? If not, why? Adjust, course correct. This isn't about being perfect, it's about staying intentional. Because when you train your mind to see opportunity, you start walking toward it naturally. You're no longer reacting to life, you're shaping it. One clear thought at a time. So the question becomes, what kind of future are you seeing for yourself? And more importantly, are you calm and focused enough to start building it? If this message resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe for more content that helps you take ownership of your mind and your life. Number 9, breathe and take back control. You know the feeling. Your chest tightens, your jaw clenches, your thoughts race like a train about to derail. You're standing in the middle of a heated conversation, or worse, a full-blown argument, and every part of you wants to lash out, say something sharp, reclaim your pride. It feels like you're under attack, and your instincts are screaming, defend yourself. Now, but what if I told you? That exact moment when you're about to explode is the real test of strength. Let me paint you a picture. My buddy Chris is a father of 2 and manages a construction crew in Dallas. One morning, already running on 4 hours of sleep, he gets a call. His guys delivered the wrong materials to a major project. His client is furious. On the other line, the subcontractor's yelling. Chris told me later, "Man, I was ready to break my phone in half." But instead of barking back, he stepped outside, took a breath, and just stared at the sky for 10 seconds. He didn't say a word. And in that space, something shifted. He walked back inside, calmly addressed the issue, and saved what could have been a disaster. His guys watched him hold it together and followed his lead. That's leadership. That's power. And it started with one breath. When we lose our cool, we lose clarity. And when clarity disappears, so does our ability to make the right move. Reacting on impulse is easy. Anyone can shout. Anyone can storm off. But choosing restraint? That's a different league. There's a reason soldiers, athletes, even firefighters are trained to breathe before they act. The breath is your anchor. It pulls you back from the edge. It buys you time. Time to think, to assess, to act with intention, not reaction. And there's science behind it. A 2017 study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that slow, intentional breathing can significantly reduce cortisol levels, the hormone responsible for stress. In fact, participants who practiced slow breathing techniques showed not only lower heart rates, but also improved cognitive performance during high-pressure tasks. In other words, the breath doesn't just calm your body, it clears your mind so you can think smarter, act sharper, and stay in control. Here's a simple tool, the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 7, and exhale for 8. Try it the next time your blood starts to boil. You'll be amazed at how your body softens, your mind slows, and suddenly, you're back in control. And here's a mindset shift that changes everything. When someone attacks you emotionally, it's rarely about you. Their anger, their sarcasm, their rudeness, most of the time, it's a mirror of their own chaos. You don't have to join them in it. Imagine being in a storm, but instead of getting soaked, you step under cover. You watch the storm, you don't become it. That's the power of calm. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." And it's true, because real strength isn't about overpowering others, it's about mastering yourself. So next time life pushes your buttons, pause, take a breath. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to prove you're right. What you need is control. And control begins the moment you choose to slow down. And if you believe this kind of mindset matters, if you want to keep sharpening it, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. We're building calm, one breath at a time. Number 10, seek silence. Find answers. Most people live their lives drowning in noise, the kind that doesn't scream but constantly hums. Buzzing notifications, background music, crowded thoughts, unfinished to-do lists. It's the kind of noise that never gives your mind a chance to rest. And here's the truth no one wants to admit. We've gotten so used to it, we're afraid of what might show up if it all goes quiet. But silence, real, intentional silence, is not a void. It's a doorway. It's where your mind stops reacting and starts reflecting. It's the space between stimulus and response, the exact space where calm is born and where clarity begins to form. Think of your mind like a snow globe. When life shakes you up, stress, conflict, distraction, all the thoughts swirl chaotically. But if you stop shaking it and just let it sit still for a moment, the flakes settle and everything becomes clear. That's what silence does to your mind. It brings stillness to the mental storm. This isn't just spiritual poetry. Neuroscience backs it up. A study by Duke University found that periods of silence stimulate the brain's default mode network, the system responsible for introspection, memory integration, and creative problem solving. It's not when you're trying harder that your brain solves the problem. It's often when you stop, sit, and allow your thoughts to breathe. You see, the real power of silence isn't in the absence of sound. It's in the presence of attention. When you're no longer pulled in 100 directions, your awareness sharpens. You begin to notice the emotional patterns, the underlying fears, the thoughts you've been running from. And with that awareness comes the power to choose better, to act, not react. But modern life is designed to keep you plugged in. And when your mind never rests, it forgets how to listen. That's why so many people feel lost. It's not because the answers aren't there. It's because they're buried under layers of noise. So what's the shift? Start small. Choose a time in your day, morning or evening, and turn everything off. No phones, no podcasts, no background noise. Just you, your breath, and a moment of stillness. Don't try to think. Don't force insight. Just observe. Then, when the silence starts feeling familiar, go deeper. Walk without music. Eat a meal without distraction. Sit in your car in total quiet before you start the engine. These are not acts of doing nothing. They are acts of deep listening. And what you hear in those moments may change everything. When you create space for silence, you also create space for strength. Because calm isn't something you find outside, it's something you uncover within. And when you know how to return to that silence, especially when the world gets loud, you never truly lose control. You don't just survive the noise, you rise above it. And from that place, success is no longer a matter of speed or force, it's a matter of quiet clarity and precise action. So next time the world feels too loud, don't push harder. Just pause and listen. The answers have been waiting. Number 11. You use your hands, calm your mind. Picture this. It's one of those days. Emails are piling up. Your phone won't stop buzzing. You're sitting at your desk, staring at your screen, and even though you haven't moved much, your heart is racing like you just ran a mile. You try to think through the chaos, but every thought feels like it's wrapped in static. Sound familiar? Here's something that might surprise you. When your mind feels overwhelmed, trying to think your way out doesn't always help. In fact, the more you push, the more tangled your thoughts become. But what if the answer isn't in your head? It's in your hands. Thomas Edison understood this instinctively. When he hit a mental block while designing his inventions, he didn't sit and stew over it. He got up, grabbed his tools, and started building, tweaking, sketching, testing, letting his hands guide his mind back to clarity. And he's not alone. Leonardo da Vinci, another genius of action, constantly used his hands to organize his chaotic thoughts into brilliant designs and detailed journals. It's not about being an inventor or an artist. It's about what happens when you give your brain a break from overthinking and let your hands take the lead. There's something profoundly calming about doing something tactile, chopping vegetables, fixing a squeaky door, even just doodling in a notebook. These small, physical tasks bring your attention into the present moment. And in that stillness, your mind gets a chance to breathe. Science backs this up. A 2014 joint study by Princeton and UCLA found that students who took notes by hand, not by typing, retained more information and had better conceptual understanding. Why? Because handwriting forces you to process ideas more deeply. It slows you down just enough to connect with what you're thinking, rather than passively copying. That simple act of using your hands rewires how your brain engages with information. It's like sweeping the fog off your windshield so you can finally see where you're going. In moments of stress, instead of trying to silence the storm in your mind with more thoughts, step away and pick something up. Write something down. Fix something broken. Touch the world around you with intention. This doesn't mean quitting your job and becoming a carpenter. It means carving out 10-15 minutes a day to ground yourself with something physical. Maybe it's journaling before bed. Maybe it's brewing coffee slowly in the morning. Whatever it is, let it be an anchor, something that says, I'm here. I'm present. I'm in control. Marcus Aurelius said it best, a well-directed action brings peace to the mind. That peace doesn't come from avoiding pressure. It comes from knowing how to navigate through it. So here's your challenge. The next time your brain feels scrambled and restless, don't force your way through. Use your hands. Let them guide you back to focus, to clarity, to calm. Because the truth is, clarity isn't found in noise. It's found in movement with purpose. Calm is your greatest advantage. Let's take a moment to step back. You've just learned 11 powerful ways to train your mind, not by avoiding the chaos, but by becoming unshakable in the middle of it. You now know that calm isn't weakness. It's the sharpest edge in a loud world, and it belongs to those who choose to master themselves before trying to master anything else. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just listen. Start applying. Pick one idea from this video, just one, and use it today. Maybe it's the way you breathe. Maybe it's how you handle criticism. Or maybe it's the silence you finally allow into your life. Because no matter what's going on out there, you still control what happens in here. Your mind. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and write this in all caps. Calm is my competitive edge. If I see it, I'll know you made it all the way to the end, and that you're serious about building the kind of strength the world can't see, but always respects. And hey, what topic do you want to see next? How to stay calm in toxic relationships, how to win without shouting back, or how to stay steady when life throws curveballs. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We're building something powerful here, and you're part of it. Until next time, hold your ground, breathe with purpose, and walk forward, calm and unstoppable.